Hey everybody, welcome. This is Coach MJ with TriRight Coaching. Tonight's topic is how to select a new bike. And so many of us have bikes, but there are also a lot of us, you guys, who are maybe just getting into the sport. Either you don't have a bike, or you're borrowing a bike, or you're thinking about a new bike, or maybe you have been riding or participating in triathlon for a few years, and now you're like, maybe it's time for a new bike. So what do you need to do to be able to make sure you get the right bike for you? That's what tonight's about. Hey Lisa, hey Jennifer, hey Candace, hey Susie. Susie, when are you coming back to the pool, girl? Okay, so I just wanted to kind of go through, tonight is going to be really quick because there are just some really kind of basic rules of thumb on what you need to do to pick a new bike. And please don't pick it by color. Please. Just like your running shoes, don't pick it by color. You don't pick those by color. You don't pick your bike by color. There are definitely some rules, general rules of thumb for you to be able to pick a new bike. Hey Lilia, hey Jim. Okay, so the very first thing, let me move that just a little bit. Can you see it? No, this needs to be turned, I think. Okay, how to select a new bike. First of all, do you need one? You're like, okay, what? Maybe you do and maybe you don't, because here's the thing, you guys. You can buy a, I don't want to say entry level, but you can buy a mid-range bike. And I think mid-range for a triathlon bike is about between $1,500 and $2,500. It's maybe about mid-range for a tri bike. But let's just say you bought one of those a couple years ago, and now you're kind of ready to advance, or you want to upgrade, whatever. That doesn't mean you need a whole new bike. If you bought a bike between that range, it's probably a really good frame, and what you may want to consider is to upgrade components. So maybe you don't need a whole new bike to begin with. Components, you guys. So you're talking about the crankset in the beginning, in the front, right? The big small ring in front, a cassette, the one in the back. Maybe it's aero bars, right? Maybe you just need new aero bars. Maybe it's race wheels. So think about that before you just decide, I'm done with this bike, I just want to get a whole new one. Maybe you just need to upgrade a couple components. And I'll tell you, when I first started, my bike was not cheap. It was an expensive bike, but I didn't buy everything all at once. That's exactly what I did, is I bought what I could, and then the next year I bought a new cassette, and then the next year I got those new aero bars, those Zip Vukas. Oh, I still love them. And then the next year I maybe got race wheels, and then the next year, so you can piece it together. You don't, just because you don't think you have the best of the best doesn't mean you need to get a new bike. You can just upgrade components. Those are huge. Depending on what level of components that you have. It could be brakes, right? So you just kind of have to think about what you have and what you can upgrade. Black and orange only. What? You're going to say like running shoes. Ha! Lisa. Funny. Hi, Tracy. Hey, Jennifer, thank you for joining. Hi, Nora. So first of all, think about if you need one. Don't just because you want to upgrade or you want to get faster. The new bike, the whole new bike is maybe not the answer. First, really sit back and think about, can you upgrade? Now, my very first bike was a road bike with clip-on aero bars. It was a very entry level. It was I think I paid less than $500 out the door for the bike and the helmet, and then I got the shoes and the pedals later. In fact, I think I did my first 2 or 3 triathlons in running shoes with cages on the pedals. But after 2 years on that bike, I was like, now I want a tri-bike. I wanted the shifting to be into the aero bars, and you can't do that on a road bike. So that's when I knew I needed to get a new bike. So, all right. Last week's winner. Last week, I always write these notes down, and now I left it in the other room. Last week's winner was of the journal, and now I forgot her name. I'll put it in the comments. Sorry, guys. So Number two, the second thing you need to do is once you decide, if you decide that you do need a new bike, is go to a bike shop. Go to a local bike shop. Test ride, guys. Test ride. I don't care if your best friend says the XYZ bike is the best thing ever and they love it and they're, breaking all kinds of records and they're having a great time. That doesn't mean it's the right bike for you. Okay, so I want you to get out, go to a local bike store, maybe more than one, and test ride a number of bikes. See what feels good to you, okay? Because what you like and what's good for you is not necessarily what I would like or is good for me or the next person or whatever. So there is no one size fits all, and it's a very, very, very personal choice on what bike, okay? But number three, this is the most important point. If you listen to nothing else in this whole video, you guys, if you listen to nothing else, number three, it better fit. You need to make sure it fits you. So I don't care if the bike is $500, $5,000, or $50,000. If it doesn't fit, it's worthless. It's worthless. So many times I'll see people, particularly people who want to buy a used bike, because they're trying to save some cash or whatever. They'll buy their friend's bike or they'll buy something off Craigslist or whatever, and it's the wrong size for them. And then they wonder why they're not comfortable or why they're not hitting the numbers that they know they could hit or they could get the most out of it. Well, because the bike's either too small or too big, and most times people go too big. I'm 5'4". My tri-bike is 48 inches. That's tiny, and a lot of bike manufacturers consider that an extra small. I have an extra aggressive position, so I want it to be compact. I always felt that the smaller I could get, the more compact I could get, the faster I could be out on that course. That may not be you. That might not be me anymore. I mean, it's been years since I raced. I don't know that I could fit into that aero position anymore. My mind, I had that flexibility. But at the time, that's what worked. That doesn't mean it works for everybody. The person next to me could be 5'4", and a 48 be too small for him or her. Okay? So you really have to figure out what's good for you, right? There are things you can adjust. Seat height, obviously, handlebar height, your stack, but also the reach, so how far it is out. And here's another thing. All bikes have a little bit of flexibility in those areas, right? You don't buy a bike and the seat doesn't go up or down. There's always a little bit of leeway there, but I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people think that seat height is the only thing you need to worry about, but that's only one. It's only one part. And so especially when you're first starting out or you're newer or you're first getting into like longer distances, you want to be less aggressive. You want it to be as comfortable as possible. Then you get used to those 50, 60, 70, 80 mile rides. Then maybe you can get a little more aggressive. Then get used to that position in those mileages. Then get a little more aggressive. So you don't go. So if you look, and Kona was yesterday, I did not watch it. Nobody say anything. But if you watch seat height, handlebar height, okay? These people are aggressive. My bike is like this. But you don't start that way. Okay, nobody starts that way. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. Maybe if you're young and super flexible, right? You might start here. You might even start here where your handlebars are higher than your seat, right? Get comfortable. And then after riding, then you come here and they're equal. And it's also not big changes. It might be like a spacer, and a spacer can be like that, right? Very minuscule. And each time you have to kind of evaluate, are you getting the power that you did in the other position? Are you comfortable? Can you ride that bike for the number of miles that you want to do? Hey, Tina, welcome. Thanks for hopping in. Okay. This week's bonus, TriRightCoaching.com/bonus. What I did, I listed 10 resources for you to research bikes. So I did all your homework for you, guys. You're welcome. If you're looking for a new bike, go and grab this free PDF, TriRightCoaching.com/bonus. All you have to do is enter your little email in there, and then you'll get this bonus. But it's 10 resources on bikes that you should consider or look at, or what's popular. Like, I want you to make sure that you make an educated decision once you buy a bike. It's a big investment. This is a great time of year to buy a bike, but you don't just want to buy the first thing that you see. Okay? Don't do that. I want you to research it. I want you to test ride. I want you to read about what different bikes, what they're good for, what they're not good for, what the complaints are, what the top comments are, so that when you go to buy that bike, you're happy with it for years and years, so you can spend your money on other stuff, other upgrades, whether that be a power meter, coaching, race wheels, new tri-kit, whatever it is, okay? Because a good bike's going to last you several years. All right. This week's giveaway, okay, so the bonus is your freebie. This week's giveaway, I wish I had something like a bike part to give you, but I don't. A $25 gift card to Jamba Juice. All you have to do is share the video, and I'm going to give you $25 to Jamba Juice. And if you haven't been there, so good. I wish it was closer to my house. I don't go enough because it's not that close. Okay, number 3. There are 3 contact points on your bike, right? Your hands on the handlebars, your butt on the seat, and your feet on the pedals. All 3 of those things have to be in line, right? All 3 of those have to be comfortable. So when you go to test ride your bikes, now tri-bikes, you guys, don't come with pedals. They don't come with pedals. You're going to have to figure out what kind of pedals you want, right? Then you have to get your cycling shoes and you have to get your cleats. The cleats come with the pedals, right? You want to bring your pedals and your cleats to the bike shop when you go and test ride your bikes, because to put your feet on a platform pedal is much, much different than if you're clipping in. So any bike shop's going to allow you to put those pedals in, get your shoes, clip them on, and try and test ride that bike. If you're brand new to the sport, you may have to do it on platforms unless you want to go and get the pedals. And I would recommend Speed Play, guys. Speed Play. I don't get any reimbursement for this, but Speed Play, I started with them when I was a newbie because I wanted the easiest thing to clip in and out of. I wanted something very easy to learn because I don't have the best balance. I want something super simple. And even as I progressed throughout my triathlon career, I kept with the Speed Play. I just kept upgrading them, but I kept with them because I love them. I had never a problem with my pedals, ever, ever, ever. So check those out. But your 3 contact points. So again, and going back to, you can adjust the seat up and down. You can adjust the handlebars closer to you or further out. And you can also adjust the handlebar height. Okay. So those three points are all what you're kind of looking at. And I'm not going to go into bike fit, guys, because that's not what I do. It's not my thing. And that's not what the topic of this video. But any good bike shop is going to be able to look at you and be like, yes, you fit on this bike. Okay. And some bike shops, if you buy the bike there, the bike fit is included. Some it's not. A bike fit can be up to $450 these days, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. Okay. Last point, good wheels. And I don't mean, when I say good wheels, I don't mean that you need to get race wheels. What I mean is, wheels there's a big factor, right? That's what touches the ground. The tire touches the ground, but the wheels are what makes the contact to the ground, provide you with that ride. To spend a little bit of extra dollars to have a good set of wheels is worth it. It gives you a smoother ride, gives you a more comfortable ride. So you want to make sure, in most bikes, depending on what level you get. So if you want to go entry level bike, go ahead and do that. And then if you have a little bit of extra cash in that budget, try to swap out the stock wheels, what the bike comes with a little bit of better wheel. And I'm not saying race wheels. Race wheels are great. I think there are other ways to spend your money, but maybe you don't want if you're getting an entry level bike, the wheels that come with that are going to provide you with a rough ride. Okay. So maybe you want to think about upgrading that part in particular. Okay. All right. Last time, I'm going to go ahead and just put the message in here about the girl who won the fitness journal, because I wrote her name down and I forgot what it was. Oops. It's the notes in the other room. And if you want to win the Jamba Juice gift cards, $25, all you have to do is share this video. And then if you're all considering a new bike this year, go to TriRightCoaching.com/bonus. You'll be able to download. There's 10 different resources. This is only good for now, guys. So I am recording this video in October of 2017. Those resources are probably only going to be good for the next month or two. And then we'll have a whole another different set of resources and different bikes and different things that you can do. So if you are at all looking for a bike in this season or for 2018, now's the time to really look at a bike. Just like cars, you guys, bikes go on clearance because like the bike shops want to get rid of all their 2017 models. So even if it's a brand new model and it's 2017, it's going to be discounted now. They want to make room for 2018 models. So now's a great time to buy a bike. So the resources that I gave you are all, there was one from 2015, so it's a little older, but I liked it. Everything else was current, super current. So you don't have to do any of the research yourself. All you have to do is grab the bonus. All those resources are there if you're in the market for a new bike. Next week's topic is how to improve your swim technique. Yeah, I said it. How to improve your swim technique. I'm going to go over a bunch of different things on what you can do to help yourself be a better swimmer for the 2018 season. So all you have to do is join me here next Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Let anybody that you know who's interested in being a better triathlete or interested in being a better swimmer to join me here, and we're going to go cover that. For the last time, share this video to be entered in the gift card for the $25 of Jamba Juice. And I know I talk really fast, but this is a great topic. Not everybody's looking for a bike. I hope you have a great night and a great training week. I hope you all stayed dry from the rain yesterday. And I will see you back here next Sunday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your Sunday night with me. And I'll see you next week. All right, take care.